thatmovieguyUK.
Fantasia Film Festival reviews, anybody? Well, why not? So today we are going to be talking about Crazy Samurai Musashi. So welcome back, maybe welcome for the very first time. So this film was on my radar while I was going through the program. Obviously, I know who Miyamoto Musashi is purely because of the Samurai trilogy, famously portrayed by Toshiro Mifune. And through that, I know that he was a ultimate warrior and a badass from the lore of Japanese culture. Never lost a duel, allegedly. And for me, it's something that I like to see reincarnations of legends such as this. And obviously, Ronin films in general are pretty cool. And what really brought me more into this was that the whole fight sequence is one long take. So basically, this whole film is basically one shot. And written by Sean Sono. So let's discuss. The story follows a clan's future hanging in the balance. A boy of noble birth waits by a temple. The dishonor of his father and the death of his brother must be avenged. The boy is merely bait, there to draw out the enemy who has brought shame upon the Yoshiaka school of sword fighting. In the surrounding woods, hundreds of Yoshiaka retainers lurk, weapons at the ready, in anticipation of the solitary swordsman's arrival. This will not be a fair fight. Yuji Shimomura's adrenaline-soaked one-take film is totally badass and ultimately a lot of fun. From the get-go, we have very little narrative driving this, we have very little dialogue, but what intensifies is this utter, insane elements of battle. From the get-go, you understand the setting, you don't need to know anymore, and it builds, and it intensifies also. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's continuous fighting in it, but the sheer ferocity of the way that the camera is moving with our protagonist is utterly transfixing. And the whole process of this film, you think, oh, surely he's gonna get it now, surely he's gonna get it now. And he just goes and goes and goes. It's very similar to what John Wick does. John Wick just doesn't stop. And this is the legend that is Musashi. Honestly, I had a blast with this film. And the only thing I would say is it's a shame that I couldn't see it in the cinema. Going from this, though, I do think that Shimomura's film isn't to the levels of what Sean Sono maybe would have given to the actual direction of the film. Sean Sono is known for ultra-violence and crazy gore, but this feels more like a setback to the classics of Japanese cinema, and especially within like Ronin samurai films. This is the kind of elements that you would expect from it, and that's what it delivers. But also, there is fragmented moments of Malik-esque shooting where Musashi is stopping to breathe, he's drinking water, and there's always close fades to his face, and you can sense more of the tiredness that he has and this continuous drive to survive. And I think, there are very classic moments in it, but also it's gore-filled within subtle levels at times. It's not for squeamish people, but the continuous battle, it erupts like a volcano, and honestly, I could have watched that for like 2 hours straight, but it's only like, I think, what is it, about hour and 25 minutes maybe? Tak Sakaguchi, who plays Musashi, gives a physical performance. This is very intense. He does all the stunts himself. There is no space to breathe. It is a continuous piece of choreography that builds and builds. But what I think complements it is Shimomura kind of goes with the flow with how the battle goes and how the extras around him are working. And honestly, Sakaguchi gives so much to a performance that doesn't really demand much narrative dialogue, but within what he gives within the performance is utterly staggering, and it's so much fun. I know I've said this a few times now, but if you are watching Fantasia Film Festival or in the future going to watch Crazy Samurai Musashi, please do. It is a great film full of fun. I'm going to say it again because I had a blast with this film. Like I said, it's available now at Fantasia Film Festival. I'll put the details in the bottom, so please do. And then in the future, if you're coming back to this, please let me know what you think of it, and let me know what you think of this film if you watch it during the festival. So thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do as you please. And as we normally say on this channel, diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shuns, and obviously never change.